Item number 2, Downtown Greensboro Incorporated update. Mr. City Manager.
Yes, ma'am, Madam Mayor. I'm pleased to have with us this evening the President of Downtown Greensboro Incorporated, Zack Matheny, and have asked him to give council an update on all the good work that he and the organization are currently doing for the city and downtown. So, Zack.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. Madam Mayor, Council, I got to tell you, it's a little bit different being back here, and for some reason, I'm nervous on this side of the podium. So, as they say when people come up here, bear with me. As the manager said, we just wanted to come in. We submitted to the city on January 15th our second quarter report. And in an effort for our organization and with the partnership with the city, one of the criticisms our organizations has received in the past is not being open enough. And so I wanted to come down and present, and I'll give these to Betsy, a copy of our second quarter report, which obviously is made public, but I wanted each council member to make sure that they got a copy because we are excited about what is happening in downtown. And quite frankly, I want to commend the council. Y'all had a heck of a December, and you've got some votes tonight to really make changes in this community, giving people the opportunity to work and making investments, strategic investments, and certainly downtown is a strategic investment. Speaking of investments in downtown, this year is going to be an amazing year. And what you're seeing right now with Bellmead Village, a $50 million investment that Carroll Companies is doing to add to residential. You've got a $12 million project in LaBauer Park. You've got a $35 million project in Union Square. You've got what some people say is a $33 million investment in what Lincoln is doing on their properties. I would submit to tell you that it's probably a low-end estimate. And that is a commitment to show that Lincoln believes in Greensboro. And the concern back in the day when Lincoln bought Jefferson Pilot, it was what's going to happen to all those jobs. Well, I think that's a substantial statement as to what's happening with those jobs. And they've increased significantly since that acquisition, and they're going to continue to increase. And so right there, you've got $100+ million worth of investment. But I'm also here to tell you that my phone has been ringing off the hook, and I'm sure y'all get some calls and people thinking about what to do in downtown. And what we're working on and what we're seeing is excitement around new office towers. With Lincoln's expansion and growing, folks have had to move out of their buildings. The old B of A building, which I told somebody today, I can't wait for them to put a Lincoln Financial sign on. Folks that are currently in the Lincoln Financial building that are having to move out because of Lincoln's expansion. But also people that we've had meetings with the city about excitement about building an office tower downtown. And I'm here to tell you, folks, I think we're going to see a skyline change, not only with the addition of Bellmead Village, but the addition of office space is going to happen because people want to be around all the exciting things that are happening in Greensboro and what y'all have supported and the private sector has supported in investment in downtown. And there's fun stuff that we're doing, too, as y'all have heard with Ms. Cohn, Betty Cohn, retiring to her next profession. The question of what's going to happen to our community festivals. What's going to happen to Fun Fourth? What's going to happen to Festival of Lights? And we're going to take that over. In Downtown Greensboro Incorporated, we're stepping up to not only take those things that the community adores and appreciates, but we're going to take them over and we're going to do our best to honor Betty, what she's done, but make the city happy and the community happy as well. And so we've got a community visioning workshop that we're going to host January 27th, which is next Wednesday. It's going to be held at CoLab on Green Street. We're going to do it 2 times, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And our goal is to be as open an organization as possible for everybody, not just people in downtown, but everybody. And we did that as soon as I started in July 1st by having a town hall meeting in the same month. We've had a merchants meeting. This is another step, and we're going to continue these open meetings to solicit as much feedback as possible. Collaboration as well. On a side note, y'all have visited a project that is near and dear to my heart, as well as working with Max Sims and East Market Street, or East Greensboro Development, on that project, and we're starting to see some more things come through. And so we're collaborating with other economic development drivers as well. And next week, working with Brent Christensen, we've got a great meeting with some folks visiting from the state Commerce Department that are high up. And so our organization is trying to reach out to them as well. And so I just wanted to come down. Thank you for all the support y'all have given us as an organization, for all the support you've given the community in putting forth strategic investments like you did in December with incentives to, again, give people the opportunity to work, and what you're going to be doing tonight, hopefully later with that. I'll answer any questions you got. That's the shortest I'll ever speak, I think. As y'all know, I'm going to give these to Betsy to pass out, and copies for the manager and his staff as well. And I hope that you will take a second and just, even if you flip through it, look at what our organization is doing as a whole, and know the transparency that we're putting forth.
Not a question, but I just want to say to you, Zach, how much I appreciate your response. When I brought your attention to an organization downtown that I didn't know a lot about, the Sanctuary House, brought it to your attention, and you were right on top of it, right there, meeting with them, seeing what you could do. And I just want to tell you that I appreciate that type of response.
Thank you.
Councilman Matheny.
Retired.
Emeritus. I too appreciate your extra efforts to let's collaborate together. East Greensboro is right on the cusp of downtown, and it's an area that needs focus, and we can benefit from working together. So I appreciate you reaching out to Matt reaching out to you all, we all sitting down together. I look forward to us doing that in a great collaboration to help improve the area, because downtown can move on a little bit further down East Market Street and make us all feel like a cohesive unit. And so I'm looking forward to that. Just let us know what we can do. Now, what were you saying initially about talking to Matt?
Well, y'all have come down and visited this one great project that that will help spread downtown. One of my arguments when I sat in one of those seats up there was, we have a linear downtown. We have a one-street downtown. It's walkable, but it's a one-street downtown. So how do we maximize our resources and spread it out east, west, north, and south? And the project that hopefully we'll bring to you at some point, or just know that it helps bridge that gap to get closer to East Greensboro. With the downtown greenway, which needs to be finished, and hopefully will be finished as soon as possible, what that will do on Murrow Boulevard for East Greensboro will transform greater than most things we would ever realize. By the way, I do have a shout out for A&T. I mean, that was pretty special to witness that game and that excitement, and what they're going to do with the ballpark and what we can do on Summit Avenue and the streets, that when the city starts bridging that gap and connecting neighborhoods through that. And Mac and I have a great working relationship, and I expect that to continue.
I'm slightly afraid of adding positive comments for fear that this will be termed the Zack Matheny Love Fest. But that being said, for obvious reasons. That being said, I think credit goes to you, and I understand the history of the city's relationship with DGI and its shortcomings. But I'll tell you, it's been wonderful working with you, your energy, your vision, and really having a collaborative, positive relationship with the city. And I think at this point I meet with you more frequently than I do many members of my family. But for the city of Greensboro, I think that's definitely a good thing. So I look forward to continuing that. There will be failures, but with us working together and trying so hard, I know there's going to be great success. So well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, people ask us why we focus on downtown Greensboro, and one of the reasons we do is because property values in downtown Greensboro increase on an average between 15 and 18% a year, which is pretty amazing compared to other parts of the city where they're not increasing at all. So downtown is financing projects throughout the city with its property taxes, and I think that's something that cannot go overstated, that it's very important that downtown is financing the rest of the city, and it really is the heartbeat of the city of Greensboro. When we talk to the large employers. They say that they bring their new hires into downtown so they can see what it is that we have to offer and how important it is when there are new companies who are looking to relocate to Greensboro or even to expand. One of the things they take into consideration is the vibrancy of downtown, because that is one of the harbingers of the overall health of the city. So I think that, what we're doing in downtown is very important, because as goes downtown, so does the rest of the city.
And I do have some board members, Gary Brame, our current chair, Marsh Prowse, and Julia Roach with me as well. And so I appreciate their support. This city, as y'all know, I have long said in my 10 years of serving in y'all's capacity, God, we're close. We're close. We're close. I submit to you, I think we're here. It is right here for our taking. And in downtown, I'll do everything I can as a collaborative organization to push it forward. And what y'all have done so far in this short term has been really tremendous, and if not groundbreaking. And so I submit to you that we're here. It's a matter of, are we going to attack it, create it, make it happen, or are we going to sit back and next year be in the same place? We're ready, and it's time for us to get there, and it's here. Thank you.
Thank you.